Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you, the beautiful viewer. And today's reading, we will be taking a look at your connection with your person, and if your person intends to get better or improve this connection in any way, or do they intend on keeping things where they're at. So this reading certainly is for those of you guys who have challenges within your connection, and maybe you feel as though your person has other priorities, or they're just not showing up or doing the work, or for whatever reason you're not sure what their intentions are. So the intention here is to get behind the truth to see whether this person is genuinely wanting to do the work here and choose this connection over whatever else they might be choosing or doing that might be damaging the connection between you and them. So let us take a look at these three options to choose from. You will most likely be drawn into one of these piles, so feel free to pause the video, and then whichever deck you're intuitively guided towards will most likely have the energy of your connection, and then we will get into the truth about your person and whether they're wanting to improve things, and if their intentions are to fix issues or circumstances, or if they're going to just remain in the status quo. All right, I will see you at your pick. We have 1, 2, and 3. Bye. Hello, beautiful. Pick pile number 1. If you pick the After Tarot right here for the first pick, then this will be your reading. We will be taking a look at your person and their intentions in this connection. So this reading is for your connection in which you're with someone who either is not showing up in their best light, maybe they're not showing up at all. They need to do some sort of healing, some sort of work towards this connection, but they, for whatever reason, are just not showing up. They're not choosing this connection. They're damaging it with their actions or however it is they're showing up. So we're asking Spirit to see if this person's intentions is actually to bring their true self forward. Are they actually wanting to heal this connection? Are they wanting to choose themselves to show up in a way that's honorable to you in the connection, or do they intend on keeping things where they're at and whatever they're continuing to do, continue to do. So let's see what we see. Spirit, clear and concise for pile number 1. Can we get a clear and concise message in regards to their person, this connection? Is their person intentionally wanting for things to get better, or are they taking advantage of a situation in which they are not stepping up? Thank you, Spirit, and thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. Please keep in mind, this is a snapshot in time and energy shifts. So it could very well be at the time of this reading where energy was sitting, and energy could shift. So this person could certainly all of a sudden be in a different intention right after this reading. So just take whatever is resonating for you, and nothing is set in stone. All right. So we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 2 of Swords in reverse. We have Death. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And we have the King of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. And then finally, we've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. I'm going to pull 2 Oracle cards here, so we can get a little bit more context of the energy. We have anxiety and one of these. Clear and concise message, Spirits, in regards to pile number 1. We have body as a house. All right. What I'm picking up really strongly right now from this energy that I'm picking up is somebody here has a lot of anxiety in letting out what it is that they want. So they're containing a lot of truths within themselves, and they're having a difficult time kind of manifesting or letting out what they know to be true, or how they're feeling or being guided to do. So they're containing this information, containing maybe extreme feelings for how they're feeling in the connection, and there's an anxiety about how to release it. Now, there are good intentions here with the Page of Pentacles carrying the most weight here in the tarot. This is having an opportunity, realizing that there's an opportunity to make something happen here, and there's a realization that they need to transform in order to follow up this opportunity. They also realize that something's going to have to come to an end, most likely in their environment or however they are, in order for them to chase up on an opportunity and be victorious. There's also a recognition here that they're going to have to put in the energy with you in order to create something. They can't show up solo. They also know that they're pretty visible to you, that you can see how they're showing up, and that you, yeah, they're aware that if they don't show up, or if they slack, or if they choose to not show up, that you're watching them, okay? And I feel like they want to be victorious, but I do sense with the anxiety that they are almost frozen or held back in a way where they'll hit a point and then they freeze, or they hit a point and then they can't release. So the walls go up, they're fairly guarded here, and I feel like you've probably got closer than most people to this person, because I do feel like you've pierced through their wall and you're actually seeing them as well, which I feel they might have thought in other relationships that people weren't really seeing the truth of who they are. And this kind of scares them, okay? Makes them freeze anyway, and causes anxiety. I feel like this person lacks the courage to step up, and lacks the desire here to prove something here, because they're not believing in themselves to successfully show up in a way that's going to be victorious or successful. And I do feel as though there's an energy here of not even attempting anything, because the back end here, all these cards in reverse, I feel like there is a block here in this person. Where it starts, the block is in their confidence, in their ability to show up, and they're wanting to drive in. It's like they want to, but they cannot, because they don't believe in themselves or have the confidence that they can be successful in this outcome, or at least be consistent in this and stable in this. And I feel like this person has had plenty of time to reflect, and I also feel like this person has probably time and time again made the decision not to act, and consistently. So I feel like they've been setting the stage for disappointment over and over again. So now it seems to become the norm. So whatever might have been really, really disappointing here is now kind of become the norm. Like, it's still disappointing, but it's kind of expected now that this person just is one to not move forward, is one to not act, is one to know that they can step up, but lacks the confidence to do so. And they do recognize that there is visibility on the fact that they haven't. I do feel like, you know, they are quite guarded, and I do feel like you've seeped into this wall, so to speak, because of your ability to see them and see that they haven't been showing up. So, but there's definitely still a block here, okay? So we're going to see if we can see some more, and ask Spirit, like, is there going to be movement here? Is this going to remain as an opportunity, as a thought, or just as a potential here? Where's this headed? And do they intend on, I mean, their intentions here are, at least there's a knowing of what's expected, but I don't know that they're intending on being able to do anything. So we have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Spirit, clear and concise for pile number 1. Okay, we have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, why is the Six of Cups here, Spirit, in reverse? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Hermit here? King of Swords in reverse. Why is the Knight of Swords here upright? We have the Emperor in reverse. And then finally, why is this Ten of Cups here? We have the Queen of Cups. And let's pull some more oracles here. So we have Rest. And I'll pull one of these. Oops, they went flying. Oh, now we have Body, which is interesting because this card works in conjunction with Body as a house. Let me just grab the card that fell. We do have Rainbow Bridge falling in reverse here. So, beautiful pile number one. This person has a very difficult time moving on from this connection. There's definitely a feeling stuck or hanging on to and reflecting what this connection means to them. And also a feeling stuck and a reflecting that there's a need for them to come forward and open up their heart space. And they have not. They have not showed up. They have not done an equal distribution of emotions. They've been shut out in the heart space. They haven't been able to really go within to reflect enough why it is that they're remaining in this King of Swords reverse. So some of them could be very cold, some of them very so logical to the point where it's not making sense, or being very cold in the situation. Because I do feel like there is deep, deep love here with the soulmates card here, and the fact that they hang on to this memory of you, or this relationship connection, if you guys are in a period of pause, that they're reflecting why have they not been able to move forward and offer this cup of love. Now their intention, or at least they imagine stepping forward here, as this Knight of Swords and confronting any sort of challenges here. They reflect on coming in not afraid of anything and moving forward and being able to chase up or fight for a Ten of Cups, but they don't feel empowered to do this. Okay, so I feel like this is more of a want, but in reality they're this reverse Emperor where they don't feel empowered to do that. I feel like you're this beautiful Queen of Cups. Okay, you're this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy that I feel here. And I just feel like they feel the love from you. They feel like there's potential here, but this could be, you know, a card of imagining the potential and daydreaming about the potential of a Ten of Cups and hoping, wishing for a Ten of Cups, but in the 3D, maybe not being able to bring it into fruition or fight for this. Okay, because I feel like you are, and I feel like it's visible that you're fighting, and they just feel like they're not in a position to do that because they're not empowered to do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull some clarifiers here, because that's certainly how they're feeling, whether this changes or not. I'm not seeing that it is going to change anytime soon, unless there is some work done here with the Emperor in reverse. But we do have Virgo energy, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we have Aries, and then, like I said, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming out. So let's get clarifiers here. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Why are they not able to open up to love? The Fool, taking that risk. So they're not wanting to take that risk, not knowing where it's going. Okay. Why's the Knight of Cups in reverse? Stepping forward. Why are they blocked in stepping forward with that Knight of Cups, or at least being able to show you how it is that they're feeling with this cup of love? This is the Empress. Okay, so it would require them opening themselves up to this type of a love. You're coming in as this beautiful Empress, this beautiful Queen of Cups. They're going to have to match you on this level, in which they're unable to. Okay, you're the upright Empress. They're this reverse Emperor. There's a recognition. They're needing to take a risk here, and they're not confident that they can meet you at this level because they're in this reverse Emperor. So let's take a look at this Hermit in reverse. Their need to go inwards. Why are they not doing the work here required to heal? So we have the Eight of Swords. So they are in a state right now of a mental prison. They're in their thoughts too much. This is like, you know, being in our thoughts too much. We're held back by whatever we're telling ourselves to be true. And most of the time it's an untruth, supported by this King of Swords in reverse. So they're letting their mind and their logic get in the way of them freeing themselves to be able to take a risk and meet you at your level. Now let's see why the Knight of Swords is here. What are they wanting to come forward with? We got the Eight of Cups. So I feel like this person is wanting to challenge this feeling of two things I'm getting. One, if you pull away from the situation with the Eight of Cups, they're wanting to challenge this and maintain kind of in your energy field in order to see if they can work on things getting better or them changing in some sort of way. So I don't feel like they're wanting to let you go, and they're willing to fight for the connection to keep you kind of around, so to speak, so they can eventually come out of this sort of a state. I also feel like they're fighting against themselves doing this inner work and looking within their own emotions, because I feel like they might be afraid of what they might find there, okay? But what they might find there is they'd be free to go, that there'd be some sort of release from this mental prison, but they'd have to actually take a look within the cups, and they might find some, you know, some spilt emotions here, and they'd have to deal with it. But I feel they're battling that, and they're also challenging you walking away, or allowing you to walk away without them putting up a fight here. So let's see the Emperor in reverse. Why are they in this Emperor reverse type energy? So there's a need for them to be consistently putting in the dedication, the time, and the effort into making something happen here. And I do feel like, you know, in order for them to become this empowered person, they'd have to be very dedicated here. In which maybe this person feels like they can't put the commitment, the time, the energy, the effort. I'm going to pull one more, because we were seeing the Three of Pentacles here, which is reflective here. So they're going to have to show up in order to work with you for something to be accomplished here. But they're not feeling empowered to do that, to show up. So that this person probably has been very flaky or not showing up. Yeah, Ace of Swords. It becomes more of a desire and a passion to do so, an excitement to do so. But when it comes to actually doing it, this person doesn't, or at least feels like they don't have the empowerment to continue to be dedicated or show up or put the energy. I feel like a person's very highly attracted to you, or at least desiring doing this or having a new beginning and showing up, but it just doesn't seem to be consistent, or their inability to stay dedicated to it's not really happening. So let's see, why is the Ten of Cups here? So we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, there's this, it's almost like they understand a full potential. There's a recognition here of having this, but I feel like they keep it very surface. This is kind of very friendly. Maybe they want to keep it on a, yeah, not such a deep level here in order to keep things going on a light level so they don't have to look within the cup. Okay, because if they're kind of more guarded here, like we saw with the Nine of Wands, which was the first card we saw here, the centerpiece, they're fairly guarded. They're not wanting to look within. So they're going to keep it fairly light so they don't have to do this work. And they feel like they are, yeah, held back by their own thoughts, by their own limitations. So let's see, why is this Queen of Pentacles here? And I do feel this is your beautiful energy. So Seven of Cups. So I feel like two things. I feel like Spirit's telling you you definitely have an option to make here. You have lots of options to choose from, okay? That you're not bound to just this situation, that you can give your love. There's lots of opportunity here for you. I feel like your person does fantasize about this Ten of Cups and imagines what they could kind of have with you, but now it's just kind of kept in this fantasy land type thing because they're not putting in the practical energy and effort here to make this a reality. And there's a need for them to choose wisely here, because they could consistently choose the wrong thing, prioritize on the wrong thing, or focus on the wrong thing, which keeps you as an option here. Okay, so that's why you probably feel like an option with this person, because they haven't really dedicated themselves, although there is like an attraction. So they're wanting to keep you as an option here, which I don't think is a fair place for you to be. Now, we see here with the body and the rainbow bridge, I feel like the body, again, is where it's at, where it stops. So this person's getting downloads, this person has an understanding, this person has a realization here of the potential of a 10 of Cups, but they're unable to physically move forward. They're unable to practically do something about this in this real world, and it kind of stays trapped within kind of where it's built. So go back to the very beginning card here. It just becomes like a wish, an opportunity, a chance at something here, a chance at grounding something that never really moves forward. And the fact that the rainbow bridge here is coming up upside down, I feel like there's a need for them to really understand that there's only so many times that they're able to kind of bridge a gap or iron things out in which they have this connection to you, that they can, you know, make an excuse or a reason, but still kind of be tied to you. But at some point, there's going to be no amount of mending or connection to you when this person doesn't pull the trigger, doesn't release themselves from an 8 of Swords, doesn't look within their cup, and doesn't choose you. And I don't see that at this, you know, at this juncture that this person's doing it. I will pull 3 cards from Spirit to see if Spirit wants to show into the future. Like, does this change anything further? I know advice from Spirit here was for you to recognize you have many options outside of this connection. But Spirit, 3 cards here for beautiful pile number 1. Is this going to change? Because this seems to be everything that pile 1 already knows. Can we get some more? 3 cards. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Devil in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So, Page of Cups is talking about opening our heart up. Okay, it could be the beginning stirrings of opening ourselves up, especially if our heart is closed, right? We're able to kind of take that first step. It's in reverse. I feel like there is a block here. It also could mean to me that this person owes you most likely an apology, isn't stepping forward and recognizing, you know, that they do owe you an apology here. Now the Devil is reverse, which I feel is kind of a good thing in this case, because I do feel like if the Devil was upright, it'd have this hold, okay? But I feel like the Devil in reverse, I feel like your person is learning on releasing any sort of toxic holdbacks at this time in their life, although they are still wrapped up with the Devil because it is showing its face here. And I feel like they're more focused on what it means to release themselves from any sort of toxicity that they have, mental thoughts, anything in their physical environment that is keeping them held back. Because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there's nothing coming to fruition. Nothing happening here, okay? Nothing happening here in the physical, and the heart space is closed. And so there is a focus on needing to release the Devil, and I feel your person is attempting that at least. So that's the good news story, is there is a focus on this Devil, on releasing. So I don't feel like your person's focused on this connection or you at this time directly, but indirectly they kind of are, because they're needing to really face what this Devil is, release themselves, yeah, move away from, with the 6 of Wands, move away from this 8 of Swords, right? They're in this mental prison, mental anguish. They're needing to go to calmer land, get out of this mental state in order for them to then have clarity, for them to open up their hearts so that they can move forward and ground something here in the 3D world and make something out of this connection. Be dedicated. The most dedicated card in the tarot is the Knight of Pentacles, followed by this 8 of Pentacles, which I feel they want to do. They're unable to act because there's something here holding them back. And the Devil could be addictions, could be toxic people, situations, obsessions of sorts, just something they're having to release themselves from and move away, which they are focused on at this time, okay? So I hope this helped you guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick the Light Seers Tarot, pick number 2, then this is your beautiful reading. Can't wait to get into it. We are asking Spirit for the truth in your connection, okay? So these are 4 connections in which your person, you feel like they are not showing up, Maybe they're not in their best light. Maybe they're not being dedicated or committed or doing the work that you feel they need to do in order to support this connection to move forward. So what are their intentions? Do they intend on working on this connection, getting better, or are they complacent, happy where things are at, wanting to focus on other things? Yeah, so let's look at their intentions. Let's look at if they're going to heal or step forward or do the work necessary in order for things to get better in this connection for you. Beautiful pile number 2. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 2, please. Clear and concise for pile number 2. Thank you so much. We are so grateful for this truthful message. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy, the energy around you at this time. All right, so what do we see? I'll just mute your volume because I'm going to ring a bell here just to shake up any energies on this deck. All right. Clear and concise message for pile number 2. Pile number 2's person going to show up. Too many spirits. Clear and concise message is pile number 2's person intending on showing up. Are they going to do the work? What are their intentions? We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Temperance in reverse. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 4 of Cups. 2 4s. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? We have the Empress. And why do we have the Queen of Swords? The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Temperance here in reverse? We have the 9 of Swords. And why is this 5 of Pentacles in reverse? The Emperor. Wow, Emperor and Empress. And we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. 2 queens. Interesting. Let's get the signs kind of out of the way here. We have Taurus, and we also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Sagittarius, and then we have Aries, and then we have Earth with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, so it could be very prominent in your chart or your person's. Whoa, as these oracle cards barf out everywhere. Let's pull some oracle. Doesn't have to be in the chart, but so we have ideation, and we also have someone soon. All right, so for a lot of you guys, if you're tapping into your energy, this is how you might be feeling or intending or dealing with a situation, okay? So I have a feeling this might be for a lot of you guys, and your person might be in another pile. But if not, then this could be the person who is not showing up, tapping into the energy of this person, because I feel like this person is at kind of at a different level. So what I'm getting here is at one point this person might have idolized this connection or this situation. Okay, they might have put you on a pedestal, they might have been all in, but I feel like things are shifting, and I feel like this person is recognizing that they deserve someone who is going to show up, and that they're going to get somebody who is going to put in the effort. So I feel like they feel like there's a couple of things coming in. You were probably held back at some point, and so this person has now learned to hold themselves back. They weren't interested in anyone who was removed, who was holding back, who wasn't investing, who wasn't tending to this garden, who wasn't putting in the energy or dealing with them in a way that was, you know, investing and dedicating their energy and their effort into seeing the beauty of this connection and protecting it, okay? Because this is like protecting the beautiful Empress. This is like the divine masculine stepping up and really guarding the safety here of this beautiful pregnant Empress who's able to birth things in this connection. So not necessarily, you know, another person, but the Empress is the beautiful feminine energy that births things within this connection. So she's able to give you abundance. She's able to bring about in the connection whatever you guys are able to birth together. But in order for her to do this, she needs the protection of her divine masculine. Okay, now I'm not saying that all women are feeble and need the male to protect her, but in biology here, there is a reason why the male lion stays on lookout and protects the female, as she is carrying something of worth value and abundance here. You know, she needs to feel safe, she needs to feel secure, she needs to feel comfort, she needs to feel like she can birth something out of love and trust this divine masculine to nurture her, to guard against any sort of things that might be penetrating and compromising the roots of her safety. Okay, this person has learned to be very guarded and very much in the laying of boundaries, honest, clear what she needs. She needs a divine masculine to protect her so she can birth something here and work together with them. But the fact remains that nothing was really happening here in this 3D world. Nothing was being built. There was no collaboration. There wasn't a working together to make something happen, to birth something. Okay, so she wasn't able to birth something here. So the give and take and the ability to have these two roles kind of come in together weren't balanced, with the temperance in reverse. So this person is needing to heal from a situation, find balance, someone soon, okay, although it might have been painful, because with the 9 of Swords, somebody who is in some sort of mental prison, despair, okay, feeling a sense of in their head and going back and forth potentially with a lot of thoughts that are hurtful. But I feel like this person has had to do a lot of getting themselves out of the cold, feeling unwanted, getting stuck in their mind because of an emperor who just was not showing up, who might have been in his ego, who might have been a little bit more self-serving or selfish, or just not stepping up as the boss as he should, okay? Not being the man, more being the boy. So I feel like she's had to embrace herself as this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, okay? She's this Empress, this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is probably one of the most stable, secure queens when it comes to managing for herself. She's able to make things happen. She's able to be independent. She's able to be secure. She's able to be a good wife, but she's also able to go it alone if she has to. She is very independent, but also very much an energy of being able to work with others with her compassion and her down-to-earth ability. So she's had to embrace this type of an energy in order for her to either find someone soon or protect herself from this divine masculine who's just showing up in this kind of an energy. Okay, so let's take a look if we can see some more here. Spirit, can we see some more about where is this going? Is there going to be any change in this person's intentions? Do they intend on dropping their boundaries? Does this person intend on changing things, showing up? So we have the Page of Pentacles. We now have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, why is the Page of Pentacles here, Spirit? We have the Magician in reverse. Why is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse? We have the 10 of Wands. Why is the Moon in reverse here? We have the Star in reverse. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Sun. And then why is the Queen of Cups here in reverse? We have the King of Wands. Interesting, clarifying the Emperor in reverse. Two very similar energies here. And we have the 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull some oracles here, and then we'll clarify as we need. Pile number 2's person. Will they change their intentions? Will they show up? Where's this going? So we have consciousness, and we also have gifts to the portal. Okay, beautiful energy, really consistent. I need to scratch my back. It's very itchy, getting an itch. Okay, scratch it. Okay, so this person's realized they might have idolized you. They might have idolized the connection. They might have realized that they were just investing too much in this connection, and it was an imbalance. Okay, so there's consciousness, there's awareness, and there's also awareness of what they deserve. And I feel like they feel as though this someone soon is, they feel as though if they're able to invest in something, they're able to bring about an energy, but they're not wanting to invest in an area where they feel as though there's going to be no progress, or that they're just kind of giving away their love for free, or this abundance into the abyss. Okay, so there's an awareness here. And I feel like this person is recognizing that they could have a potential here with the Page of Pentacles to chase up on making something happen here, okay? And really being in control of what that looks like. I think this person recognizes they're able to control a situation here using the law of attraction, using their ability to be aware of how they can really control a situation for their own benefit, okay? Now, they've been very burdened here by the fact that it's been imbalanced, that they've probably been giving and giving and giving because of an ideation to this connection and idealizing, you know, you as an individual or this connection. So it's been heavy for them to actually come into the awareness that they might have been a little bit, they have to admit that they might have been a little bit wrong in where they were seeing an opportunity. Maybe they were seeing something in this connection that, you know, presented as a give and take, but never really came to fruition. So it's been heavy for them to allow themselves to accept the realization of this, okay? That they allowed it to happen, that they allowed it to go down this road, that they allowed some sort of imbalance where they allowed themselves to give to a situation that wasn't giving back. Now with the 10 of Wands, it's like the 10 wands or 10 burdens they have to go through. Why were they giving to a situation that wasn't giving back? Why were they sticking around? You know, do they feel they were unworthy? Why, you know, there's lots of questions here. How do they move forward and forgive themselves? So they got to go through each wand to see their challenge in the situation and review why it's left them in a state of feeling the way that they're feeling here. They're coming out of these illusions, if not they have already, because this is in the middle position where they once were maybe disillusioned or thought they saw something here, again, because they idolized this connection. They're now coming into consciousness, awareness, coming out of a state of illusion, pretending things are the way they are, and coming to terms with this not being what they want, this not being the big dream, the big hope, the big desire of what they wanted, what they were attaching themselves to. Okay, so they're releasing this. They're also needing to heal from this. And I feel like they're becoming very certain here with the Sun. This is clarity. This is recognizing that whatever they were attaching themselves to being this hope or this dream or this big want is no longer what it is that they're hopeful about. They're now getting clear that what I want is going to want me, is going to offer me this pentacle. I don't have to go chasing it up. There's an awareness here that I'm going to have to be offered this contentment. I'm going to have to be offered this. And there's an understanding. So this heart is going to be blocked. Okay. This queen's ability to give love and be compassionate and give this and keep giving and giving and giving of herself, her unconditional love, her gentleness, her emotions, it's blocked because she feels she's dealing with someone here who is blocked, who hasn't had the courage to step up, who hasn't been a man to step up, who hasn't been in his boss energy. He's been immature. He's been more thinking of himself. And this type of an energy could be somebody who is not being, this is kind of like used car salesman, okay? Says what he wants, kind of does what he wants at the expense of someone else because he's lacking the courage to face the truth. So lots of conflict here, inner conflict, but also maybe it could cause conflict when this King of Wands comes in, or this Emperor comes in to try to, I don't know, relive some sort of cycle, maybe wonder why he's not getting his gifts, wonder why he's not getting this love, because he is in reverse and block. So he might be faced with conflict, he might be faced with challenge, he might be faced with all sorts of stuff, her defending herself here because she is in full awareness of what she deserves here when it comes to an offer of a potential here, okay? Like actually grounding something here. That's real, okay? That's really happening in this world. Yeah, So she's not wanting to take the risk. She's not wanting to take a leap of faith. She's not wanting to trust the situation anymore because the situation's left her in a state of a 10 of Wands, in a state of recognizing there was no give and take, and that what it is that she thought she wanted is actually not there. And she could see things a lot clearer now. She's coming out of that illusion or whatever story she was telling herself that this connection was bigger, better than it actually was. I don't think I need to clarify anything here. However, I do want to see what the Sun is all about. So I want to see where is her contentment and where is she going to find this happiness. So we do see the Five of Swords. So there's awareness in her dropping any sort of conflict, anyone who's causing challenge, anyone who's not being upfront with her, anyone who is trying to do a win-win or a win-win, where nobody wins and they're trying to win for themselves, but it causes everybody to lose in this challenging situation. I think she wants to win. She doesn't want to play these games. She doesn't want to have to be in her head. Okay, Five of Swords is someone that's certainly in their head. Yeah, Knight of Swords, more of this type of an energy where it's combative, where, you know, people are kind of just doing their own thing, challenging her. She's become aware of not wanting that the choice is hers. She can either find her contentment, make the choice here to find, you know, a lover here, someone soon, make the choice to go after this, or continue in the insanity and fight for a Five of Swords. Or she could fight for the choice to meet her person. I mean, this is, you know, the lovers is her soulmate, her person. So let's see, why is this Ace of Pentacles here? This is the King of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. One more card. And we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, so this is telling me that for there to be something actually worthwhile, she can't be in a situation where somebody's more logical, where they're more in their head, where they're unable to open themselves up emotionally because they're so stuck in a way of thinking and being. And also I feel here, this card is when somebody is overly taking from a situation to self-gratify themselves, but isn't really in alignment with caring about what the other person's wanting. Okay. I mean, the Nine of Cups is fairly positive because it's getting one's wish and being fully happy within self. But this in reverse is somebody just thinking of self and over satisfying themselves till they're happy. Yeah, in a way that leaves the other person, you know, kind of stuck. And somebody who is stuck in this, not able to move away from that with the Six of Swords. This is being stuck in a challenging situation, stuck in a Five of Swords, is not going to allow her to have this new fresh start, plant this new seed with somebody who she can choose to be with, who's going to choose to be with her, who she can fight for. Okay, so I feel like that's kind of where she's at right now with this. We're going to pull 3 cards just to see if we could see into the future a little bit in regards to this person and their energy, if things will change. Spirit, can we see 3 more cards in regards to this person? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Sun coming out again, and the Emperor. So I do want to say, it's pretty, like, when I read the first pile, it was like, okay, this is all things we already know. And my intention here was for us to get more clarity about whether that person was going to change or things were changing. But all we keep seeing is, you know, what we probably already know. Someone who isn't showing up because of whatever their reasons are and they're not finding the confidence, or for whatever reason they're mature or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I can't really see the future if it's going to change so much, but it's like we could see what it's dependent on. And, you know, that was dependent on a person being able to find the confidence within themselves. And so in this state, it's like, you know, I don't think we need further clarity as to where this is going. Where this is going is she's making a choice to choose herself. So clearly, if someone's going to show up and do the work, then, and it makes her happy, then she could choose that. But she's going to consistently be in that energy until things change. Same thing with the other person. They're going to consistently be in that energy until something changes. Okay, so it's not just going to change on its own. So that should give you an idea. If the other person shifts energy, there has to be a reaction on the other side. So if you're attached to somebody not showing up, or if you're engaged in somebody acting in a certain way and you consistently repeat the same cycles, that person's going to maintain in that energy. Okay, so this person here, I feel like, has become an awareness to how they've been in a cycle and idolized this connection where they were investing and giving, and that they have confidence now that they're going to get what it is they deserve soon. This Sun is clarity, okay? They're clear and they're aware of their desire to want happiness, that they've been nothing but in a state of anxiety, and they're no longer wanting to be in this state. They know that they're in control and have a realization they can get out of this state, okay? And really the whole thing around this is because you can't control another person. The Emperor here was showing up. This divine masculine was not showing up in an energy that was able to provide the joy, the light, the contentment here. He was removed. He was not empowered to step up. And so she's needing to connect with what's going to bring her the happiness and really be aware, okay? Really be conscious of the fact that he's not showing up. And she doesn't need to be in a state of anxiety, sleepless nights, wondering in the moon if he's, you know, going to be better or going to show up. She's just getting very clear, very certain. She was that Queen of Swords that came out, laying boundaries, clear and concise, speaking what she wants, following in truth. And it certainly isn't this, because it's making her feel like that, okay? So that's what we have here for beautiful pile number 2. This might have been your energy. Go check out pile 1 or 3 to see if that's your pile. And I love you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you picked the Ethereal Visions Art Nouveau Tarot deck, then this is for you, and I can't wait to get into your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are asking Spirit to take a look at your connection with your person and see, is this person actually wanting to work on this connection? What are their intentions? Do they intend on remaining the same? Are they going to remain unhealed? Do they want to focus on other things that are causing a breakdown in this connection? Or are they shifting energies? Do they actually want to focus on this connection? Do they want to make things better? Like, will things actually get better with this person? Okay, so let's take a deep dive into this and see what we see. Now, I realized after recording the second pile, and this is kind of spoiler alert because I feel like pile number 2 might have been the viewer's energy, but what I really felt was the energy of this person is not shifting. Okay, it's not going to change unless the situation changes. So if you've been in the same sort of loop, outputting the same type of energy to your person, they're going to continue to show up, and however they've been showing up. So we might just see what you already know, because I feel for pile 1, we saw what we already know, somebody not showing up, but we saw the reasons why. So we don't really care so much as to why they were or how they are. We want to know, you know, is this person actually intending on choosing this connection, working on themselves, getting better? Do they want this, or do they want to continue, you know, fighting and destroying a connection that could be very beautiful? So let's see what we see. We'll ask Spirit for clear and concise message for pile number 3. Pile number 3's person. Does this person actually want to show up? Do they want to do better for the connection? Where are their intentions? And pile number 3, thank you so, so much for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so blessed. Thank you, thank you. And for allowing me to tap into the energy around you so that I can pick up this message. Thank you, Spirit. Clear and concise. I'm feeling that one. We have the Artist. That's a special card that comes after the World. Actually, it comes after the Well, which is, there's 2 special cards in this deck. So we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Spirit. Pile number 3's person. Are they actually going to show up? Are they healing? Are they going to choose this connection? What's up? High Priestess reverse. And 6 of Cups reverse. All right, why is the Artist here? I think I'm going to read the Artist for you guys as well, so you guys know what that's all about. We have the Knight of Cups. Why is the 3 of Cups in reverse here? We have Judgment in reverse. Why is the 10 of Wands here in reverse? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Why is this High Priestess in reverse? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And then finally, why is this a Six of Cups in reverse? We have the Nine of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. We have this Five of Cups, which I'm putting upright. We're going to pull some oracles, and we'll read that artist. And I do feel like I've sensed this energy before. I'm feeling heavy Gemini, but we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on the board. And that's mostly what I'm feeling here. Because Gemini likes busting into my readings. Here we go. We have the Lonely Journey of the Priestess. And one more oracle card. We have Trust. Okay. And let us read this artist. It's fairly quick. The artist. So yeah, the World comes, it's one of the final cards in the major arcana, the traditional. But in this deck, there's the Well, and then the artist comes after that. So it says, the artist is a vessel of creation. This card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available if you stop and set aside the distractions of human condition and listen. Okay, this isn't going to be as straightforward as you guys might think. And I feel like this is the same energy that I've been trying to discuss during my zodiac readings with Gemini. But again, I could be wrong. And you don't have to be a Gemini. You could definitely be Libra, Aquarius here, or any other sign. But just what I'm feeling. So these two cards is really a message to the viewer here. I feel like what's happening is definitely you, viewer, not being content with how things are going within your situation. But I do feel as though you're not really seeing something here. There's a need for you to trust what is happening. Although you see with your eyes it is something happening that you're not happy with. But I feel like you make these judgments based on that, and then people get cut out, right? So in the situation, you're cutting something out right away, or you're seeing it as bad, or you're seeing it as good or bad. And as we know, there is no good, there is no bad. I feel like you're causing, and I don't want to put the blame on you per se, because you're going to say I'm victim shaming or whatever you want to say. But I am going to tell you that you're not really making it easy on yourself by seeing a good and a bad, by saying it's a yes or a no, or whatever here, because what I really feel is that this is a journey. And if you see it as a journey, I feel like you'd have a lot more appreciation for how things are going. And you'd also be able to control things in a way that was going to steer yourself towards making something beautiful happen here or outside of this connection. So I feel like you're blocking any sort of ability here for there to be a reconciliation, if there is one, with the energy you're outputting. Okay, so sometimes we have to face the pain of what it is. And I'm not saying you're running, but I feel like your way of being reactionary to the pain is to block it out or do something here in which you're not allowing yourself to fully process this. And how you'll know is if you're holding any anger, resentment, or bitterness, or seeing something as right or wrong, then you're not going through the journey you're being called to do. And until you go through this journey, and I mean real journey of a forgiveness, okay, and I don't say just forgive people for the sake of, not knowing what they did. But I really feel in this case, you're needing to accept the fact that something's happened here and not see it as a bad thing or a good thing. Just seeing it as what can you make out of this in order for things to move forward out of love. Trust in the process. Trust in what has happened here. Some of you guys might be in a third-party situation. How do you forgive that, right? Because, I mean, that's probably very, very painful. But what I'm feeling from Spirit here is, whose choice was that, and maybe you did find out, I don't know, at some point, but did you carry on? Like, ask yourself these questions. How much involvement did you really have? Because I feel there's a shifting of blame here, or a not accepting of what has happened here. There's a need for us to really put all the truth out on the table here, okay? And this looks like it's becoming a little bit more of a lecture than it is whatever they're reading about your person here, but this is what's going to shift things, okay? And I feel this strongly because I feel like if the judgment is in reverse, we're not allowing ourselves to shift our consciousness to deal with truths of what's going on around us. And the judgment asks us to put our ego aside, and our ego is where we're thinking we're right, or we're keeping the ego in the way in order to protect ourselves so we don't feel the hurt, so we don't think about the pain that might come when we think maybe, if we do take a look and think maybe we weren't good enough, or why did this person choose someone else? Like, it's hurtful. But when we keep peeling back these layers, eventually the judgment becomes, I am perfect the way I am. And this person didn't choose someone else because they're better. They chose someone else because that's their path. And that's not a bad thing. That's their path. That's what they need to learn. Was it hurtful? Probably. You know, is that ideal? Maybe not for this connection, but it's ideal for them, and it's ideal for how things have to work. But we need to get in acceptance of truth, not in blame game and whatever. Because I feel like, one, that's preventing any sort of reconciliation that may be destined to happen here, because your person's going through their lessons. And I do feel like this person does love you. I do feel this person does love you, okay? But I feel like you're not trusting in the divine to allow things that need to flow through because they're too heavy for you to carry. And sometimes when we're seeing this 10 of Wands, we're having to unpack what these burdens are. Okay, this is in reverse. So we're not going through each of these wands again and asking ourselves each of these questions that are burdening us. You know, why did this person choose this person? And am I feeling like they chose them over me? And is that a truth? Why am I carrying this wand of burden when that isn't the truth? Yes, physically they might have chosen, but does that mean they're better than me? No, right? Like, no one's better than anyone else. That's that lack mindset. That's seeing a duality. And really, there's nothing that says something's good or something's bad. There's just as we perceive it to be. Okay, so we might be carrying this burden for no reason, but I feel like you're carrying a burden that you're not unpacking here, and it's easier to offload it and holding on to whatever stories you're kind of making up. But it still is still something to be carried, but it's easier. You can offset it a little bit easier because you'll tell yourself whatever you're telling yourself, but that leaves you in a state of being quite cold, to be honest with you. And it could be just cold within your environment, okay, because you've been scorned. So you're angry, you're bitter, you're angry and you're bitter here, instead of unpacking these wands and looking at the truths of situations here. I do feel like there might have been a third party, because I do see High Priestess in reverse, which is all about secrets, deception here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, and we see the Three of Cups. So someone wasn't honest, maybe they lied, maybe they were deceitful, maybe they held secrets, maybe they lied to you about something specifically, kept it away from you here. They weren't telling themselves truths. Okay, this is also needing to become very clear and honest with ourselves, because we're not being honest with the full truth of the situation, okay? Or at least we're not dealing with all the facts in a way that we're coming to a realization of now having to act in judgment, having to actually do something with the information we have. We're stuck with dealing with it or wanting to see it, okay? We might be in denial, we might be telling ourselves untruths, right? This is a need to get very clear, very logical, very pointed, and very exact, and speak our truth, okay? But we're not doing that. So things stay in a burdened state here, causing all sorts of anxiety and an inability to move on. Okay, we're hung on to a situation in the past. We're hung on to something that, we're just held back by, and it's giving us all sorts of grief. This Five of Cups, this is looking back on a situation that we're really hurt by, and we keep focusing on what spelt and what didn't work and where they lied and why it hurt me, and they actually did do that, so that is the truth. But it's like, yes, it happened, but is that really the truth of the situation in which you're wanting to mend things or move forward with things and create something here for yourself that does allow love? Trust that your healing process involves you really allowing your heart to be open to the fact that something here might have happened that was hurtful, but that there is no right and wrong, or that this person slighted you in such a way that they're the devil or something like that, right? And this is a lonely road, right? This is like us having to walk that road, feeling alone, feeling maybe hurt, but knowing eventually we get to where we need to get to in our healing process, where we look back on a situation and take accountability for our own actions and saying, you know what, I knew it was a third party, or I knew whatever, and I continued, or I could have been a little more clear in this area, or not have fall victim to believing this person time and time again when they kept lying, right? Or what have you. This is also the card of divorce, okay? A lot of readers read this. Five of Cups is the card of divorce. So I'm seeing here that there could potentially be a situation in which maybe somebody was supposed to get divorced or separate from a third party here. There were lots of lies, and there was somebody unable to move on from a situation here, and maybe you hung around and it didn't happen. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety, and people maybe being ashamed almost, you know, and in their head, I feel like there's a shameful way of being here that's replaying in someone's mind. Okay, so now let's see another row here and see what Spirit wants to communicate, whether this person's energy that I'm picking up here is going to get out of this state. Are they going to make things better? Are they going to continue to remain in this situation or this state of energy in order for things to shift? So, like I said, things don't shift in a dimension with two people unless one person changes. So if you continue in this type of an energy, you're going to continue to get the same output out of your person, right? So this is what I'm seeing. So let's see if you're going to change. Like, are you just going to change out of the blue? Or we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Well. That's the other card I was telling you guys about, now in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups. It is in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles also in reverse. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here, spirits? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? We have the Emperor. Interesting. Why is the Well in reverse here? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse on top of the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's also interesting. All right, so why is the 10 of Cups here in reverse? We have the Page of Swords, and then finally we have the Star in reverse under the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to read the Well for you. The Well, it says, the Well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. Nurturing, opportunity, and native creativity, but when in the reverse, it's destruction, it's endings, it's cold, and it's stagnant, which is what we were feeling from this Queen of Swords and the inability to create. Okay, so let's pull 2 oracles on top of these, get a little bit more, and then we'll get into your reading. I feel these 3 flipped. We have green, we have someone soon, we have gifts to the portal in reverse, and we have slimy in reverse. Okay. I have confidence. So, not victim shaming. I don't feel like you did anything wrong. However, I feel like from this point onward, if you're on notice that you are embodying any of this type of an energy and you continue to experience the same things, then it is on you to either maintain the same energy and get the same results, or on you to build something here for yourself. Okay, so I feel like there is this there's this yucky feeling coming with this connection here. Okay, but I feel like you're able to get out of that yucky feeling. So if this was a third party, if this was compromising, you know, if this person put you in a compromising position or whatever, there's a need for us to get out of that feeling. Okay, and trust that we, getting out of this, are able to find someone soon that matches our vibration. If we continuously feel in the slimy, yucky type energy, then that's the type of energies we're bringing in. Okay, and it's not allowing us with this gifts to the portal to open up that to the new energy vibration. We're kind of stuck in an energy vibration where we feel slimy, where we're reflecting on how somebody treated us in this low state, and there's no growth from that. So there's going to be no change in the situation. No new growth. It's going to continuously be in that stale state. Okay, green is all about the growth and the change that we need to have in order to have movement here. And in order to do that, we need to get confident in our position and our ability to know that we deserve better. It's just stemming from a place of confidence that we deserve better, and we don't need to stay in a low vibrational place here. Okay, 8 of Pentacles is somebody putting in the time, the effort, the energy, and dedication. So yeah, you're going to have to put in the energy, the effort, dedication towards something for yourself that allows you to free yourself from something here, no matter how long it takes you with the Knight of Pentacles to turn away from this situation. Okay, focus on something here that you're able to give your attention to, if it's work, if it's building your passion project, something here that you're able to be consistent at to keep you kind of focused on something here. Okay, now don't distract yourself. Okay, but I do feel like what's happening here is you continuously stay in a negative type cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse by not allowing yourself to shake up energies, okay? And if you can't emotionally get over this person, it's not as easy as just saying get over them, but then shift your energy physically, okay? Shift your energy physically into something here that's going to shake up energies, because I feel like there's a loop here, and I do feel like this person, because I feel like this is, well, two messages. One is get empowered for you to change things in a way you want, not to be in this well reverse type energy, okay? This is again giving me that whole Queen of Swords, cutting people out, being bitter or angry or resentful. You know, even the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's not wanting to be caring, not wanting to be compassionate and just say, you know what, I'm still going to be my caring, loving, confident self, secure, stable on my own, and I'm okay being on my own and stable here. I'm not going to be resentful or angry or now in a way that I'm not empowered to make changes in my life, okay? But I do feel like this person is working on their own empowerment. I feel like your person is coming into their divine masculine and whatever situation they're in. And I am getting from Spirit, this is why they were in choosing whatever state they were in, because they are needing to learn whatever lessons with the Wheel of Fortune, however unfortunate it may be. Maybe they chose to choose the wrong road or something that hurt them, or the person who they didn't belong with, or all these reasons. And maybe you're right, but that's their fate, okay? No matter how negative it was, they're fated to do that in order to come into their divine masculine, in order for them to step into their power. Without this, you wouldn't see this. Okay, but now you're in this type of an energy, which is blocking a 10 of Cups from you, either with this person, because they're not going to want to come around this. I don't want to come around this type of an energy. Nobody wants to come around this type of an energy. Okay, now that doesn't mean you have to be open arms and play their game and let them in again. But if we're just like shutting it all down energetically here, well, this person's not going to want to have anything to do with you energetically. Okay, so if we're confident, we're not angry. If we trust, we're not angry. We trust in ourselves to not be fooled by someone. So we could be nice, we could be kind, we could be direct, we could be clear, we could stand on our own power and be cordial, you know, because we have confidence we're not going to be roped in or pulled in. Now, if we're emotionally in a state of imbalance and we hear from this person and we might feel like we might fall victim to that, whose fault is that? That's not their fault, right? We need growth, we need healing, we need to work on ourselves consistently until we're confident enough that if this person comes around, I trust I'm not going to make silly mistakes or buy their lies, because, you know, I deserve this 10 of Cups and I can sniff it out, whether it's with this person or not, but you're blocking it, okay? And Spirit wants you to start asking these questions. Get very decisive, you know, get very decisive. Start asking questions. And if you have to be clear with yourself, start being very clear with yourself, you know, and it might hurt, but that's how we start to get clear here. And I feel like there is a block here of emotional fulfillment and even starting something within this connection if we are in this type of an energy, because the Ace of Pentacles is starting, you know, starting new. This is a new beginning here in grounding something in a practical way. There's no way this could even be taken off the ground here if we're not able to embrace an energy where we're facing our judgment, okay? And it could mean letting go of this big wish or this big hope or this big desire we had with this person, you know, because it just didn't get taken off the ground, and accepting this and facing our healing. Because I feel like maybe you feel you're healed or you're healing, but I don't feel as though it's the energies in the right place of healing. Because again, I ask you, if you totally feel like this person is someone you loved and truly deeply on that sort of a level, then ask yourself, are you angry at this person? Do you blame this person? Are you resentful at this person? Or do you feel a love, unconditional love for this person, that you're able to say, you know what, they acted in whatever best way for their destiny. I got to act in the best way for mine. I cannot trust this person anymore until maybe for whatever reason they, you know, do the work that they need to in order to show up at some point. Maybe they don't. I won't hang on to it, but I'm going to be honest with myself that I deserve this 10 of Cups. And it's not a matter of this person did that and they didn't do this and they withheld my happiness or what I wanted here, and it's all about them controlling it. I have no control. No, that's not true. Okay, so let's clarify the well here. Why is the well in reverse? Why is the well in reverse? pile number 3. 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups talks about us having muddled thinking, not getting very clear, having so many options, our head in the clouds. There's a need for us to get very clear and snap out of a state where we might have been not seeing things clearly, okay? Where we might have been easier to be in an illusion of sorts, you know, where, like I said, not facing the truths of situation with the judgment, seeing people as bad guys, seeing things as right and wrong, and saying this is what happened, so therefore, you know, what does this mean? And getting totally lost in our mind because our emotions can't be removed from what's going on in our mind. So dealing with our emotions despite what factually happened. Okay, I do want to see why the Wheel of Fortune here is in reverse. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely a need to let go of, because I feel a lot of you guys are asking the question why that person did that, or if only that person recognized this, or they did this, so it caused this. It's like, yeah, let go of that mentality. You hanging on to that is putting a blame game, or it's shifting some sort of something being wrong with destiny. You not trusting the process. You not being confident in Mother Earth and spirits to align things that need to happen the way they happen. Yes, if they chose someone else, that's their destiny. Let it go. Let it go. I know it's difficult, but that's when we really do our healing. So we can't say we're healed. We can't say I've been healed and I let it go if we haven't really allowed ourselves to be truthful and face that judgment. Why is the Emperor here? Why is the Emperor here? The King of Wands in reverse. Okay, that's the opposite energy here. So I feel like you need to be empowered. The Emperor is very much about taking control. And I feel like the King of Wands in reverse is somebody who is unable to be confident in taking control. And, you know, you might have felt like this person was in an energy of only caring about themselves and going after what it is that they want, and that sort of an energy. But I feel like you're empowered to see how it is that you want to see this situation. Do you want to see this in a way that this person was just living out their destiny, and this is why they were acting as a Queen of Wands in reverse? Do you want to hang on to that thought, or do you want to heal, right? So let's take a look at this Page of Swords. What's going on with this Page of Swords? We have the the Knight of Wands, and it is in reverse. So Knight of Wands is this quick energy here, this need to act, this need to drive forward. I feel like there is something here about getting real about our thoughts when it comes to why this person might have been coming in the way they did, why this person could have been in that type of an energy, and how we played a role, a helping hand, how we might have enabled, or how we might have, you know, not have been completely honest with the situation we were dealing with here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, or very clear about it, okay? And this might be preventing us as well from moving forward towards what we want for ourselves, not having these questions asked, or not taking a good look at these questions, because now we can't move forward. And what we want to move towards, I really feel, is this 10 of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles, starting something new for ourselves with full emotional fulfillment with someone else. Okay, let's see the Star in reverse here. I do feel like there's further healing and a need to let go. Definitely need to let go of something we might have thought was the Star. Yeah, Tower moment. So I feel like although you might feel like you've healed or what have you, I feel like there still needs to be a Tower moment, a letting go of this person being this like hope, this desire, this dream, or this want, or this whatever. Let the Tower fall, come into the realization, facing the truth, right? This person lied, this person cheated, but here's what I did, and I need to face that in a way that's not blaming, that's allowing them the freedom to choose their own path, and me not be resentful or angry, because all that does is block me from moving towards getting my own fulfillment here. And it could very well be with this person, because I do feel this person is stepping into their power. They had to go through some sort of lesson here. You're pushing them away energetically, and maybe you want to, but that's fine. But I feel like you're still in a confusion here. You're still needing to heal. You're still needing to take some sort of responsibility with what's happened here in order to heal yourself. Now, whether you cause it or didn't, or this or that, I mean, it takes two people, and again, there's not a right or wrong. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is, and there's a need to kind of allow things to fall where they may in order for things to shift and move forward. But it does start with us being really honest and asking those questions in order for us to find our emotional fulfillment and even to ground something here where we need. All right, so tough love. Sorry if this sounded like I was lecturing you, but that's what I was picking up here, and this could certainly be flipped. If your person needed this lesson, then that message would be for them. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.